What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So if all goes well, in today's video we're going to be installing the wheels on the Lexus. I was about to say 240, but one thing is, if you guys watched the last video, you guys know that I bought some 370Z stocks. I don't know how you guys can see me. I bought some 370 stocks and I test fitted them and they seemed like they were going to fit, and they kind of did fit, but the tires that I went with are kind of like too girthy for my car, because Lexus, you can only put like weak specs unless you run like excessive amounts of camber. So I put 225 40s on a by 9 plus 15 on the rear, and it barely clears. Like it doesn't actually clear, it almost clears. But if I would have done like a 215 40, I would have had like perfect fitment. But the front is still weak fitment because those rims are like 18 by 8 in the front, 18 by 9, and the front is just really weak spec, so it's like pretty much the same as the stock. Like it's sunken in this much pretty much, and in the rear you're gonna have a tire that's like poking out like the rim. So I was like, whatever, screw that. I had just bought brand new tires, you guys saw. But today I actually just got back and I went to go pick up some 350Z stocks anniversary wheels. They're pretty much the same exact thing. So those are the 370Z stocks. I'll show you guys the difference right now. You'll probably be able to notice. But these are 18 by 8 and 18 by 8.5. They're a little bit more narrow, but these are plus 30 and plus 33. And these are like plus 40, I think, or something like that. But you can see they're pretty much the same exact design, the 5-spoke concave design, except these have these little like fins on them, and these don't have the little fins. But what I'm gonna do is take these tires off, put them on these. Since these tires are 225s, they'll fit on this like rim setup perfectly fine. They're not going to be as stretched as these. They're not even really that stretched, but they're not going to be like that. They're going to look more like, where's the wheel at? Oh, I got one in here. It's going to look like this, like no stretch, which is fine. I don't really care if it's like sunken in. I'd rather have all four sunken in than the front sunken in a lot and then the rear is like poking out, because I think that looks kind of retarded. But yeah, now I just got to figure out to get this thing started, because the other day I was drifting it in the rain and my battery was like sloshing around. So that's also another thing I need to do. I need to put like a tie down on there. I started it earlier to warm it up, and then now it won't start. So I have a hammer and I'm just hitting the post. I know it's kind of hack, but just for now, just so I can go to the tire shop, and then yeah, hopefully I can get back in one piece and I have my wheels flip-flopped and mounted, and then we could throw them on to the Lexus right over there. Alright guys, so I'm now back home. I got the wheels flipped, or the tires I should say. So the 370s don't have tires no more, and the 350s have tires now. I made it back in the truck. It actually, like, this truck doesn't even drive that bad. Like, I would literally daily this if I knew that it was reliable. But I've been having like battery problems and stuff, like where it won't start and things like that. But I'm gonna try to get that fixed, and then like I said, I wouldn't mind dailying this. I mean, it's a lot worse than dailying that, but like I don't mind it. Like, I'm into like driving, like literally my axle is sitting on my frame, which is like zero suspension, and I don't really mind it that much. But yeah, now we're gonna get the Lexus up in the driveway. Hopefully we get it up without grabbing the fender any more than I already did. You can see, yeah, right there, my paint started to chip. And yeah, the tire, grabbed the fender right here and kind of pulled it out, so I have to hammer that in. A fender roller doesn't work for me anymore, so don't comment and be like, oh, use a fender roller, because you can jack up your fenders. I tried it the other day with my wheels, like no load on my wheels, so my wheels, or my hubs, were extended all the way out, and since it is a lot lower, it's like up here. I didn't even try it on the front, I tried it on the rear, but it's the same thing. So I guess hammer is the next solution. So let's see if we can get this rolled up and tight in there, so my new Z wheels don't rip my fender out. So this method that I'm using is actually surprising me, because the fender rolling job so far is coming out pretty good, and it doesn't really look like it's being hammered. It kind of looks like it's a fender roller. I'm not sure if it's gonna focus, but let me see if it'll focus there. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm heating up inside right here. I'll just show you guys. I'm going like this from the inside, and then I'm going right here on the outside, and then I'm just hammering it slowly like this, just a little bit, but I have my hand right outside the fender holding it back in and just pulling it, and it like pushes it in. You don't want to hammer a spot like constantly like this. You want to like hit it lightly, make your way, pretty much the same thing as a fender roller, you know, hit a little right here, a little like this, and then hit it harder and go back. Don't just hit it here until it folds all the way and then hit it here, because then that's when you're going to get it all like baking and wavy and crap like that. So you want to just, even though it's going to take a longer time, just, you know, make your way little by little like that. And then also right here, since I do want to keep the fender lining or fender liner, whatever it's called, it is a lot harder. But if I were to remove this, it would literally just be like roll all this and it'd be easy. But there's these tabs. I already kind of folded this one in. You can see this one right here, how it looks. So pretty much what it is, I heated it up a lot around right here in the metal, so it was really like flexible. And then I also heated up the plastic inside. I guess this side's better to see. Right there, I heated like all around this area, and then I started hammering it, and then it kind of just folded back in. Yeah, slowly making clearance. Wheels are now on. It's really tight, and I think it's gonna rub once I turn. Right now it looks like there's perfect clearance, but I don't know. I have to go down my driveway and turn and see what happens. But I'd rather have someone else be here, so like if the fender starts to like get pulled out or buckle or get caught or anything, they could tell me to stop. Because if I'm going down and I rip out my fender, then it's gonna really suck. So yeah, you can see that obviously there's a lot more clearance, and the camera isn't really focusing, but the car is going to settle because I did just jack it up. So, you know, once I drive it, it is going to go a bit lower, and hopefully it cambers in a bit more. Not that it's going to camber, it's probably going to be like 1/8 of a degree, but I'm going to throw this one on and then the rear one on and see if the fitment's okay. And all right guys, so we got it all installed. I think I'm gonna lower the rear a bit, and then the front, I don't know if I'm gonna, but the front currently is like rubbing. And then since I didn't take off the fender lining, my fender liner, it like tire like rubs on there, and yeah, you can see the fitment is kind of like really good. So yeah, it rubs on the fender, and then well, like when I turn, then it kind of scares me because I don't want to buckle it. So I was gonna get an alignment today, like to fix my rear toe and camber, because you can see it's like really bad. But what was I gonna say? Oh, but since I don't know if I'm gonna lower it more or not, I'd rather do that first and then go get an alignment after I'm done. Alright guys, I was just editing the video and I saw that there was no outro, so I'm gonna make a quick outro and do a little walk around of the car with the wheels on. So you can see them right here. I know the rear looks a lot lower, but that's just like an IS300 thing. The rear arch is a lot lower than the front one. But if you look at my frame rails, they're pretty much even. The front's like 2 inches and the rear is like 2 inches. The rear is a tiny bit lower, but that's mainly, like I said, just a fender arch. Most four-door cars are like that. Yeah, I don't know the color code of these rims, but they look pretty fresh. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's gonna be a lot more videos on the car, probably like a full, I'm not even gonna say it, you guys are gonna have to stick around and see. But yeah, I hope you guys like the wheels. If you guys like the wheels, give me a like. I don't really usually ask for likes, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video.